Very excited about the energy that our guys pulled together. The dugout energy, I mean, after the game we do a lot of gratitudes, and one of those big moments was like just how the dugout continued to keep the energy going for their guys, and you saw it. You know, obviously everyone wants to get in the game, and I think the hunger that the guys showed not playing on Wednesday, you know, you kind of wonder, you're sitting in a hotel, you don't have all the amenities of being back home. You know, we got to get out on the dirt yesterday, but I love the energy. I love the energy Arquette brought, you know. After every single play, whether he was in it or not, the guys rally around him. The kid wants to win, and he's going to be a big part of why we do this year. But top to bottom, just was very excited about how the guys went about their business, you know, and especially these two guys, Turley, known for his power, but also his ability and what he's been working on to drive the ball the other way, get on base. So he's got so many stinking tools to him. And Eric, who started for us all year last year, embracing this role coming out of the pen and piggybacking right now with Keljo. I mean, you got a big physical left-hander blowing Ched, and then, you know, Eric comes in from a completely different slot, and that thing is running all over the place. And he's stuck with his slider and started landing it, keeping guys off balance. It was just a very exciting day, and have Matt Morrell, from what he did last year, you know, only with a handful of innings pitched, to continue to develop, take care of his body, and build confidence. I mean, I heard him crack a joke today in the dugout too. And just his personality to jump, watching guys go from freshmen to sophomores to juniors. It's early in the year, but a very exciting, close-knit group that I'm excited to watch this year.
Mitch, I guess just looking at your offense today, you guys are really aggressive. You know, given these elements, it'd be easy to kind of have I would say a laid-back approach, but it'd be easy to not have a lot of energy. Like, you're energetic, a lot of, you know, you're executing small ball, the list power, but just to see the top of the lineup, a couple guys 2 hits, middle of the lineup, a couple guys 2 hits, the bottom also a lot of production. It was pretty relentless. I guess just your thoughts and takeaway on offense.
Yeah, it's just you get excited when each of the guys jump up, and you look around in the dugout too, and you can equally see those guys getting up there and have highly competitive at-bats. You know, I mean, Arquette hit a ball about as hard as you could hit it today, and it didn't get out. You know, Craig just grinding out at-bats as well, and I didn't see us leaving the ball in the air too much. You know, I thought to put up that many hits, and even, you know, TC, like capping one out in front and getting down the line, like, there's a few things we don't do, and one of them is complain. And we talked about it yesterday at practice. The one thing we're not going to do is sit around and talk about how cold it is. I mean, it was chilly in Corvallis all through January. The sun was out every day. But, you know, I'd show up to the yard, and you got guys sitting around with shorts on and maybe a tank top or not, trying to get some sunshine in. And so it's just, there's zero complaining. And you tell them what to do. It seems like every guy, whether you're pitching, on defense, or hitting, you tell them like what you believe they should go do, and they're going to find a way to go do it. You tell Singer, hey, drive one right center, and then bang, he goes out and does it. You tell Talt to lay down a push or a drag, or work the count, and he does it. And these guys, I guess, are excited about being told the truth and the answers to the test, so they can go out and execute them. Yeah.
Hey, Gab, this is the first game of the season between two top 10 teams. One is fairly decisively. Would you play as a statement win, or how would you describe this?
Yeah, I think it just goes to show what showing up with energy can do. I didn't feel like anyone really cared that it was cold. We all knew it was going to be cold, but, I mean, that's something that we can't control. So doing what we just did was great, but it was more fun than it was anything else. Like, I'm out there having a great time with my family out there. So,
what was one working for you, Eric? I think you had a couple rough first at bats, and then you're just out in.
Yeah, I just kind of was trying to slow the game down a little bit. Came out a little, wonky, but yeah, just trying to slow the game down and keep the hitters guessing. And I think I did a pretty good job at that and just commanding my pitches and landing the slider, which is something I did really well today, I think. So.
Slider was what was working best for you. Your fastball was up there too, huh?
Oh yeah, it was working as well. Yeah.
The jump in velo for you this year, is that just getting bigger, stronger, or how would you attribute that to?
Yeah, honestly, just eating more food and getting into the weight room like seriously and just treating the weight room like a game day type of thing, and yeah, just putting all in the work, not just at practice, but at home, eating meals and getting good sleep and stuff like that. And I think that's really helped.
How much weight do you have?
About 10, 15 pounds.
Since last year.
Yeah.
How do you feel that house? Where does that most help you?
Well, I think my endurance helps the most. I think I've been able to go out and stay consistent with velo throughout the innings and keep my things sharp. So I think that's been the best part so far that I've noticed.
What was your reaction when you found out about your role this year, and kind of just how would you describe the piggyback and how you have?
I mean, I think me and Keljo, 1-2 is going to work great. I mean, like Skip said, the lefty and then coming in with the right, I think it works great. But I'm just going to help the team do anything to get the win. So, doesn't matter the role as long as I'm helping the team win. We got it. So.
Not a baseball question. Sorry, not a baseball question. Could you just talk about the fans that came out? I definitely felt like I was in. We'll quote out. So could you just talk about the fans coming out?
I love it. Coming from one of my favorite moments of the year is when the guys come out in surprise. First week, we've been there every week, year in and year out since I was playing here. And you got Saturday's game, 3,700 Beavs coming down and watching. I always love when the freshmen or like newbies for Beaver baseball come outside after the anthem and turn around and see that for the first time, and you just like the joy in their face as well, and something that they're going to get to see when we go back and play at home. And then to be out here in these in real cold, it's not 32, it's less than that. They don't care. If you go to a Beaver game and it's raining, we're from the Northwest. We all got rain gear for fishing and hunting and you name it. So everyone stays dry underneath, and I think that's something that all of us notice when someone takes the time to come out and support us here in person. That means a ton. Whether it's one person or several thousand, it means a lot that they want to see us. And again, I've told these guys a million times, they're superheroes. And so they're inspiring not just the people that are there at the games, but everyone who's back home. It's like, why did Dax Whitney come to Oregon State? And part of that was having seen the Beavs go out and play and like visualizing himself in that uniform. And you see a lot of other kids that are probably doing that right now. It's not, I guess, when you're hidden out on the West Coast and you don't have as much exposure some see. I mean, we've created something tremendous. And I like the players, the coaches, all the coaches that came before us. I love watching Pat Casey and Jack Riley sit there and share stories at our Diamond Dinner every year, and all of our dugout club and you name it, who have been there day in and day out. It's not just on the good times, it's in all the times. And so I love this place for the way that we respond to perceived hardship, right? It's not just the players. The players inspire other people to fill in with the no complaining rule. You just go out there and maybe get a little bit of complaining with the umpire. Like you can hear the fans on some of that stuff or what have you. But they're diehards. They love it, and I think they can see how much fun these guys are having.
Gab, what do you like most about how the first 5 games have gone for you guys? How teams have gone?
Yeah, I think it's been really smooth and easy going. It hasn't felt like we've been like trying too hard or going out of our comfort zones. It just feels like we're going out there and having fun, like I've already said. We do this all the time back in Corvallis, and it's nothing different when we come out here.
Mitch, what do you kind of see in Mickey's late season? He's looked pretty locked in, and it's really good faster going. Yeah.
I think we saw it as soon as he stepped on campus. He's a guy who's been a big part of leading Chapel. He's a big part. He's already presented to the team twice. on a book he's read or some other thoughts that he's brought in, but he is extremely selfless. He wants to win, and just like Eric said, and a lot of I've heard the same thing from all of our pitchers. Whatever you think is best for us to go out and win. And Singh is the kind of guy that if you need him to play short, you need him to play third, you need him to play left field, you need him to sit that day, you need him to run or do whatever, he's going to do it because he wants to win. And he is. I get caught up whenever anyone asks me about the guys. I don't really talk about their on-field stuff, because they're equally, they're all amazing people. And Singh already knows what he's going to do. He's expressed the vision of what he's going to do post-baseball, which is exciting that someone has that dream, and he's prayed on it too. But he's extremely gifted. Watching him go out and compete, when Wong said, I got a guy I think we're all going to really love here, he plays our kind of baseball, you can see it. He knows he had to work at second base because he's primarily been over at shortstop, and he has put in the work and his competitive at-bats. He stung that ball really well pull side today. It was not going anywhere, but he's very versatile, and he's fun to watch on defense. The plays he made in Arizona, shallow fly ball to not even a shallow fly ball, deep fly ball over there he went and got, was a game changer, I thought. Some of the plays he's made up the middle, he's extremely special.
You mentioned when the bottom of the order still was to right now. Just what is that to line up in Chevrolet?
Which part's the bottom of our order?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, in starting position. I always feel like every time they're up, it feels like it's the heart of the order, right? No matter where we're at. That's just the first time through. That's just the order. After that, I feel like we got a ton of 1-2 punches. It's no longer the days of the power guys hit 3-4. I think all of our guys have big potential, no matter where they're hitting in the lineup. What Talt can do with drag, push, running the bases, getting on, and what Singer has done driving in runs and putting together quality at-bats, that carries over into the top of the order with, one of, if not the best hitter in the country in Caraway, and Ivar Arquette behind him. And the jumps that Craig has taken this year are tremendous. When he's on, he's doing a great job getting on time and floating to the ball, and that is a really big human being.
Eric, how does the change in your role this year affect your mindset or your preparation?
I go in with the same mindset, just to, attack the hitters and keep them guessing and just make them hit the ball. But yeah, I feel like it's the same. I get less time to warm up and stuff like that, but I think I've adjusted pretty well, and I've gotten used to it a little bit from these last 2 times. But yeah.
I assume in high school we started pretty much throughout the year.
Did you see him come off the mound today after a couple innings?
Yeah, he was fired up.
He's fired up.
Yeah, I didn't see that a lot last year. You just feeling yourself a little more emotion?
Yeah, I think it was a big spot, and with the score and with the runners on, I think getting out of that situation is really big. So I think I was pretty juiced for it, and I showed the emotion.
How would you describe the pitching staff right now together?
I'm just glad I'm not facing them. That's they're dominant. Every single pitcher that goes out there, I've faced them personally, and I know what the opposing hitter is struggling with and what they have to deal with. So, it's definitely not a spot that I would want to be in for an opposing team, and I just love watching it from the outfield. It's fun to be out there.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.